Hello, my name is Joanna Calderon, and the topic for this video will be on real estate. I chose this as my topic because I am interested in this area of business, and I also wish to become a real estate agent in the future. I have always liked looking at homes or like home tours in on the internet. This line of work also has great money that can come along with it, even though there are some risks, but you always have to take a chance or a risk in order to succeed. So therefore I chose this topic to do my presentation on. So to begin with, I formulated this question here. So the question is, if a real estate investor, has a 50% chance of making profit when buying a property, what is the probability that at least 5 of the total 10 properties purchased in a year are profitable? So what is given in this equation? So in the equation, it says that each property has a 50% chance of being profitable, and also that the investor buys a total of 10 properties. So in order to solve this, we have to use this formula. This formula is called the binomial distribution. So that problem is a probability problem, obviously, but it is also specifically a binomial probability function. So for that, you use this formula, the binomial distribution. So in this case, the K is equal to the number of successes, the N is equal to the number of trials, the P is a probability of success, and the 1 minus P is the probability of failure. Okay, so your first step is to calculate the probability of exactly K profitable properties. So in this case, the number of successes. So your formula would be this. So in this case, you just you just plug in the numbers given to you into this formula. So you plug in 10 or for N, because it's the total number of properties purchased, and you plug in 0.5 because that is the probability or the percentage, which is 50%, but as a decimal it's 0.5. So now solving this, this will end up as this. Sorry, that's supposed to be an X. This will end up as this, which is 10 choose K times 0.5 to the 10. So after that, you will move on to step 2, which is finding the probability of at least 5 profitable properties. So this, in order to calculate this, you would have to use summation to find the probability by adding all the possibilities together. So your equation should look like this. So this is basically just the summation times the previous formula or equation. So this would equal to that. So you're basically just plugging in the equation prior into here. So now, since it's basically like a sequence, you have to factor it out. So this would be and also this is 5 because you start at 5, so the K plugs into here, so which is 5, and you start at 5, and then you put 10 here because you end at 10, which is the 10 total properties. So now you can do this. And then you factor it out, which is you start at 5 and you end off at 10. So this is basically just 10, choose like 5 and continues up until 10. So then after this would give you a sum of 252 plus 210 plus 120 plus 45 plus 10 plus 1. Now when you add all of those up, you get 0.5 to the 10th power times 638. Now after this, you solve this, which would give you 1 over 1024. And then since you multiply it by this, it's 638 over 1, which gives you 638 over 1024. Now you divide those numbers, which would give you 319 over 512, or 0.623. And this is the probability of 5 of the 10 properties purchased would be profitable.